traditionalists.
The celebrations of Francis's life extended around the world today, including here in the Carolinas. We have a look inside Charlotte's oldest Catholic church, that's St. Peter in Uptown. And this was during Mass today as parishioners paid tribute to the late Pope.
WCNC Charlotte's Caitlin Hagwood joining us now. You were at the service. You're joining us live in the studio after this. How's the Pope being remembered here in Charlotte, Caitlin?
Well, it was a mass full of prayer and even some tears as Father Tim Stevens spoke about the life and legacy of Pope Francis. He shared a message of hope in the belief that the late Pope will now live on in heaven as parishioners around the world react to the shock of his death. Now, just yesterday, the Pope was driven around St. Peter's Square to greet those cheering crowds on Easter Sunday, and parishioners did take that appearance as a sign that he was healing after a long battle with double pneumonia. But a few hours later, as we now know, the Vatican announced the Pope had died. And in that death, the Pope will be remembered as that reformer who inspired progressives by reaching out to the LGBTQ community and championing the rights of immigrants and the poor.
So he truly was a shepherd, and he encouraged all of his priests and bishops to be shepherds as well and to be with the sheep. And so Pope Francis throughout his life was going to places a pope had never ever been before, because it was important for him to go to the peripheries, to let people who had never met someone like a pope to know that he cared.
He's a very special person. I get a little emotional just thinking about it because he was such a special leader, and his message was so simple, and that was to have mercy.
Well, churches of the Diocese of Charlotte will open their doors from 7 to 8 tonight to offer prayer and mourn the passing of Pope Francis. Coming up at 6, a North Carolina student shares his story after seeing the Pope just yesterday at Easter Mass. His takeaways coming up at 6. Vanessa, Colin.
Yeah, grief certainly worldwide with this sudden tragedy. Caitlin, thank you.